shining over the house already because we're ready for some boom, baby, boom, rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Mark Saint, and every morning I get up and I'm blessed to be alive, and so are you. This thing is pumping this morning. I'm like, how are you shining so hard? And it's because I'm in control of my feelings. And about the time I gain control over my life, check out this shine. Yeah, that much amount of shine shining in. Good morning. Let's make it possible for us to have control over our feelings, control over our emotions, and control over our future. Because Lord knows, without that kind of form of control orientation, and that's what we're talking about this morning. So, boom, baby, boom. Saints Addiction on a mission. I am so excited, dude. All these videos I've been doing, all this hard work for all these years is finally paying off. Shout out to my homie. He's watching anyway, but I don't want him. I don't know if I'm even allowed to VA. It's almost like BA, Baracus. I got my own BA. Like I told you, we got an A team coming, and it's all day, every day, just trying to be the best versions of ourselves and having a team around me. You know, I had to come form my full try, make these things a reality. Oh man, it's a good feeling to wake up and look at your own morning motivation and feel your own body and have these sensations and to be in control over it. This morning I had a conversation, or I had read a message from my excuse me, from my my psychologist this morning, and we talked about cluster B personality traits and what that has to include with me. There's histrionic, which is another form of these situations. Let me grab it. Why did you leave it open? Are you coming out? Show this. Yeah, let me blow my nose and read some of the messages to you because it's out there. It's not far out there, but you know, I was following up to only understand how you're doing. We can definitely work upon the concept of self and more to do with solution focused therapy on certain traits of cluster B personality traits. You have the right plans for coping and managing and emotional regulation. And yet, we can definitely recap. Let me know where you are currently so we can schedule the right time. Okay, cool. So, I mean, some of these things, let me show you because she sent me an image of it. Some of these things, is this reading this morning? Is it hard to see? This is so shiny. Yeah, this might be too hard to see. There it is, with the cluster Bs and the different personality disorders. You can take the screenshot or I can send it to you. The airplane's flying over you, so let me get in my stretch mode and I'll explain it to you. Or best I can explain it, I should say. So when I said control your feelings, I'm sure a lot of people were like, oh, that's so simple for you. You just snap your fingers and the jets above you stop flying and the anxiety inside you stops flying and all this other stuff stops happening. That would be a lie. And that's not what we're doing on this show. We want real health, we want real wealth, and we want real happiness. And that in itself is going to take work, bro. It's going to take work. You're going to have to work on that relational. You're going to have to work on that spiritual. You're going to have to work on that financial. And nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants it to happen, but nobody wants to do the actual work. And that's what I'm talking about this morning, especially when you're out here hanging the big old belly out. Had such a big meal yesterday, bro. We ate arepas, Venezuelan food. I was stuffed and puffed. And guess what? After 420 neat, this one takes me to Millie's, and the girl fucked up and gave me another ice cream and another cone, bro. I had two scoops that I ordered. with a third scoop on top with a second cone, bro. I was trying to eat it all. It was all melting so fast. One of the hottest days of the year. I'm over here trying to get my ice cream and swallow on. You know what I'm saying? But that was us going to dinner. That was us going to lunch, and we do that maybe once a week. It probably should be once a month, but that's that lack of self-control. But it was a nice little lunch date. But you know what I'm talking about. You know when you're not in your right mind. You know when you're not under self-control. Most of those purchases are usually done under an emotional state, and that's why we have to have this conversation today, is because we want to beat ourselves to this proverbial punch. Is it just too bright outside? Let me try something. I got everything else. I got my whole table set up over here. Let me see if I do a nice little setup here. I should probably put my lighter, not my other phone, because I need to see the other phone to read this. Yeah, it's shiny. A little too early for the morning motivation, or what? It's a show, all right. It is a show. A show of force or show of intention. All right, cool. This is way better. Whew, it's so bright outside. That's all that shine. That's all that in our lives, in our joints, in our minds, in our bodies, and in our soul. That's what we want to get right. You can get that right. You're in self-control. And that's what this was all about. For me, if you're a cluster A personality disorder, your cluster traits are going to be paranoid, schizoid, schizopal. Never heard that term before, but there it is. Avoidance, rigidity, impairment of, it's cut off, impairment of reality testing. So obviously, if you're schizophrenic, you're going to see things in a completely illogical world. We were talking about it last night, actually. We just finished Joan of Arc. Remember Joan? So funny. We're watching Mila. I think her name's Mila Djokovic. I can't remember, but Michelle had never seen The Fifth Element, and we were watching Joan of Arc, and she's like, "Hey, is this the same chick?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Same actress. Funny how that comes down. Fifth Element and Joan of Arc. But anyway, Mila over here doing her modeling acting thing. What she thought, or what Michelle said, was, I think she's schizophrenic. And you would be too. I mean, if it was you in the 14th, 15th century and everybody was extremely religious and pious and everybody followed the word of the king or God or somebody, and instead of following their own word, you know what I mean? You were always under the directive of someone else, and God forbid that king died, and then you're under the directive of the next king. And that's why I told Michelle, you better hope that the next king exhibits any sort of self-control or habits that the old king had. You want the regime to move seamlessly. You want the passing of the torches, as they say it, to move, you know, as smoothly as possible. And for most of us, we all know apple falls far from the tree. You know, you might have the right temperament, Ramadan number 9 in Thailand, but the 10th one is all into prostitutes in Germany and wearing tank tops in public and mesh tank tops with security around him, acting like he's normal. Bro, nothing normal about that, man. Normal doesn't have 10 fucking special agents walking around a multi-billionaire, okay? Nothing normal left the train station a long time ago, okay? So we're here, we as regular folks that don't have 10 different securities around us, we have to be secure with ourselves. This is so much easier to be said than done, bro. Like, it's so much easier to just be like, just be secure with yourself. Don't believe the ammunition that they're throwing at you. But the belief is the pain. If you believe you're fat, like I'm gaining weight, it would hurt if someone told me, oh, look at your dad bod. I spent 6 months starving, not eating till 3 p.m., 3 to 11 every day, drinking these things, 3 of these every day. In the jungle, working out every other day, quit sugar, got so lean that my girlfriend was even scared. that I would be that extreme. But there's nothing extreme about me, man. I took the extremeness out of my lifestyle. That same addiction, that same thing, right? Men's workout tanks. I took that addiction, then I flipped it into a mission. I just said if I'm gonna buy anything, like yesterday, I got some impulse buys, frisbeeaddicts.com, naturecandies.com. They had nothing to do with me, but it's part of my purchasing. It's part of my empire. It's the way that I grew this thing. And if it's supposed to work for me, I'm gonna have a couple prizes in there too. If you went shopping, you throw in some socks and some candles, wouldn't you? So I shopped a little bit, but I didn't shop till I dropped. There's nothing that I need. It's all inside of me. I keep telling people, what do you want? I don't need anything. What do you want to drink? I don't need anything. Well, don't you want a soda? Hell no. Sodas are bad for you too. Smoking, drinking, and all the sodas that we pump into our systems, I don't need that extra sugar. I've got enough right here, baby. I don't need that extra sugar. And that's what I started to get into learning. And I was going to get into my body early, get into my mind early, and start pumping it full of the successful stuff. If you want to think negatively, if you want to beat yourself up, if you want to talk yourself out of things, there's plenty of excuses out there for everyone, bro. I promise you that. But that self-control, the thing that I'm learning here, what did I just do with my, oh, right here. Cluster B, antisocial, borderline, histrionic, which was such a weird one. It's like, are you historically coming from the library and complaining to people with your cluster B personality disorder? Go back and read the books. Histrionic, you got to look it up. And narcissistic, that's more on me. Antisocial attitudes, impulsivity, emotional dysregulation. Oh man, that dysregulation seems to run in the family from my father to my mother. You're talking about a shitload of people that will run out and go sex out their whole situation, go drink out their whole situation, might even black out just to get on top of their emotions. And how useless is that? Seriously, dude, how useless is that when you are drinking away your time and your health? We talked about this with the doctor. If health, wealth, and happiness is what this show's about for the rest of my life, right? What part of the game is drinking away the pain? What part of the game is shopping till you drop retail therapy? What part of the game says the things that I'm doing is giving me worse results? Why keep doing it? And that's the impulsivity, right? That's the, I'm going to do something self-sabotaging because I really don't believe in me and I'm really not secure in me. So therefore, anytime I get close to the sun and I start to fly like Icarus, my wax wings start to melt and I come falling down from the sky. You know what I'm talking about. That's all of us, bro. Getting a little faint of heart. Hell, if we could all just snap our fingers and have self-confidence, it would just be there. But I promise you, even with my muscles sitting here in front of you all slimmed out, that is not where my confidence comes from. Confidence comes from experience. Who's fucking this chicken? If I've been fucking this chicken for the last 20 years, what do I need your input for? But I got confidence in it because I put in the time. I put in the effort. You too would have the confidence of lifting 300 pounds if you kept going to the gym every day and you'd be like, I got this. That's confidence. I got this. You got this. We like to say it all the time. You got this. That's real fucking confidence, right? But to earn it, that is not on the shelf. That is not up for sale. Confidence, real love, and health is not on the shelf, bro. Promise you. There's an elf on the shelf. That's funny and all fun and fucking holiday laughter. But for reals, you want the confidence. You want the, yeah, I'm showing up today and every day after, bitch. And next time you want to throw some rocks at me, know that I will catch it and I will put it in this wall and it will be a castle. So keep talking that shit. Keep talking that mess. I'm about to be king. And crown me king as I move towards the New World Order. Michael Jordan, you know. I'm not Eminem. But make me king as I move towards the New World Order. Okay, anyway. You only get one shot, bro. And that's why we have to get into our own heads and get this shot right. Last one. Cluster C is avoidant, dependent, obsessive compulsive, and they have the avoidance preoccupied anxieties. More like Michelle, more like my ex. There's so many people that think they can put their head in the dirt and that the pain will just go away, or that you can bury it. And for some people, they've been burying it for generations, burying in the angst, burying in the complaining, burying in the negativity. They're burying it in their genetics, and that's just not cool. None of that stuff is actually going to work. And I'm all about what works. Me working, the ideas working for me, my money working for me. And by the way, me not working against myself, that part, I'm highly into that part. No more self-sabotaging, no more impulsivity, no more obsessing. All those things led me into worlds of over emotions and lack of control. I remember talking about it this morning, or thinking about it this morning. I lost my business, bro. Yep, I was losing my business. The hottest girl, most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, Miss Britt, and she was coming over on her motorbike, and it was starting to rain. I told her to be safe, and it got weird, and I got weird on her so many times. This is gonna be hard to admit, but I got weird on her so many times because I wasn't confident enough. Here is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, being super fucking cool, being super fucking smart, and I start acting like a tool. My confidence isn't there, so I start saying things snarky. I start saying weird shit sexually. I started getting weird on her, bro, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle her beauty. I couldn't handle my lack of confidence. I was coming up short, bro. And that's the truth of it. And it broke my heart that she would, I mean, she wouldn't even talk to me in public. I like really confused her and then made her angry. She tried 3 different times. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, bro. And she tried like 3 different times to get with me, and I blew it all 3 times, bro. I walked away from her because I was over emotional. I was like, I want to go see the gorillas. I don't want to see. Well, I thought I wanted to go see the gorillas, but they were sucking. Then we wanted to go see somewhere else, and I was with my buddy in the wheelchair, and I went to leave her in a public area in the middle of a festival. We just met up, and I started arguing with her. I was like, fine, you're really hot. You're the hottest girl I've ever seen. I'll walk away from that. Your boy Saint. Come to the event with us, and we'll go karting, and I'll ram right into you because, I'm still competitive. And oh, by the way, you're headed over and you really want to come hang out with me. It's like my last shot at it, but I'm so stressed that I'll come up with something to argue about and come up with something weird and come at you sideways. I did that, bro. And I thought about this morning just how I wasn't in the right mind. I thought, man, if my business was successful, she would love me, but if my mind was right, she would love me regardless of what the business was doing. We're attached to these external things. We're like, if I lose the weight, he'll treat me great. And it's just not the way. You start treating yourself great. You start treating yourself great by the greatness of your mind and body, and the fact that you even got in your body. The fact that you can even get in your mind. This is the best fucking part, bro. That you can even direct your body with your mind to do what you tell it to do. And that's the best part. It's my favorite part about boxing is it's me against me. It's the man in the mirror. I'm shadow boxing. It's not the opponent. He did what he had to do. He had to lose the weight. He had to make the catch weight. He had to feel great. He had to get his own confidence. He had to fucking do the own workouts. That's your opponent. That's life. He's coming at you. Bap, bap, bap. And then you're going to be like, okay, well, check it out. Every morning, I've been getting up ready for this moment. Every morning, I got up and I started a fight against the dying of the light. This is the man that stands in front of you after everything has tried to kill him. And that is no joke. So, I mean, unwanted abortions, homelessness, poverty, chicks breaking up with me, being left, you name it, bro. I started a fight. I started getting back on my diet. I started getting back on my focus. I started getting back on my grind, because they ain't got time for fronting. Sensitive thugs, they all need hugs. And that's what you guys need. You need a hug. You need some love. Probably need some sex. Probably need some food. Probably need some time and attention. Hit it.
Hello?
Yup.
We're calling everyone to let them know the new drive is underway. Like always, your support will go to representing the needs of law enforcement.
Ooh, law enforcement. Ooh, we just hung up on that. No, thank you. I love to send more pics or more money. Post travel pics. I'd love to send my to send my travel. I was saying that more of Saint's addiction is the magic mushrooms. So anything to do with mushrooms is Saint's addiction. That's more my speed. All the healthy alternatives, nature candies, that help us in our lives, not deteriorate our lives like hard drugs. That's what I meant. But yeah, more pics, man. Keep it coming. Travel by Saints, we worldwide. I'm glad you got to see Thailand. I'm glad you got to smoke that weed. And I'm glad you got to document it. It looked really professional. Thank you. Rapid seconds. Now in the future, I can change on a dime how many people I talk to, how many people I reach, preach, and teach to. Spent 2 hours on the phone with my friend VA. I don't know if I can say his name, but VA, let's just call him that, like Baracus VA. VA was helping me last night. He said that I've helped him in his life, that I've actually reached him, and so many times he wanted to give up and be emotional and let the fucking trials and tribulations bring him down. Bro, I'm in the jail cell with you, okay? I'm in the same boat as you, and if not, motherfucker, I am you. I'm gonna put it out there. I am you. When he said that to me, I had this overwhelming feeling like I finally did it, bro. I finally found somebody that believes in the mission, believes in wishing, believes in the words, tearing up, and also emotional because we're emotional men and not afraid to show our emotions, not afraid to join the team, not afraid to be better than we are. And a lot of people are afraid of that. A lot of people are afraid to reach out and say, hey, let's make a team. I'm not strong in this suit. You know what level it takes? You want to talk about years of controlling your feelings? How about controlling the fear? Controlling fear. Maybe they won't like me. You got to put it out there, bro. You got to put out your ideas without fear of judgment or placement or any of those other things that where's it going to land. Your job's just to shoot it, bro. Like we were watching Jonah Ark. She's like, oh, rock's coming in. He's like, which way? Window where he was sitting. He had to run and cleared in. And everybody was kind of nonchalant about it. Like, hey, what are you doing? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it came right through the window. Boom, when you launch a catapult, a trebuchet, and that rock's flying through the air, that's you. That's your life. You're about to do some damage or get crumpled upon the wall. Up to you, up to your willpower, up to the way you view it, and up to the way you approach it. And that's just it. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Just like a burrito, just like a fajita. And that's how I live. You know how I see you. I don't know all the lyrics. It's actually really pretty bad. Let me get my girl because I want to smoke. Is there beautiful blonde hair, blue eye, big titties? Is there? Hard hair and beautiful. Yes. I said there beautiful blonde hair, blue eyes, big titties coming out. Okay. Yeah. I wanted to get me a young, sexy, bountiful woman. That's right. You're not in the shell, like you're trying. Oh well, I guess you're in here. If you sit here, you're not on. There you go. Here you go, princess. That's that way you don't have to worry about your cats. Or your life. Me too. My nose running.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you sleep with the aircon all night. So, oh, the lighter's underneath there. You might have to go inside and grab that other lighter. Yeah, these are my sock pants. They were washed. They're not really good for capoeira. Yeah, because they're high on the hips and the seam goes all the way here. Bit of a seamstress here. Bit of a fashion icon, and I can't get up. See where it starts to pinch here and here? That sucks, and that's why I can't wear the other shorts. But it's nice for, Thai massages, but for, like exercise. Gotta like lift them up, and then you can. Mm-hmm. That's why the Thai people move all weird. It's because they're close up. No joking.
Terrible.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. Going to hell. Hell in a handbasket. Let's go. But no, that's not this morning motivation. We're talking about self-control and how important it is to control our feelings. Know anybody like that?
Can't relate.
Can't relate? Okay, cool. Well, the people on my show can relate. Now I actually have a show. And it took me almost 3,000 videos. 2,000 or 3,000? I think almost 3,000 videos of going live every morning, 365. 10 years later, I now have about 3,000 videos, and they're all getting edited this morning. You didn't see it, but he did all those editing after I got the phone with him and did about 15 different videos. Videoinanhour.com. Yeah, own that one. And bust out your video too if you need it. And just like that, transformations. Transformations from a guy that used to be all over the place, younger than you, going into my spiritual mentor, Terry Prince's book, 365 Days of Happiness, and wondering how this motherfucker so happy. How does he see every situation and not see that you gotta go get some water? You slacking. Fucking. Come on, rookie. Yeah, no, there was something about him, the way he was saying it, the way that he could kind of keep his calm under pressure, and even if the bills were due or rent was due or life was happening, he's like, that's okay. You know, I call him up, oh man, I need money, man. He's like, I got you. God must have called you today to make you call me, and if I have it, I'll share it with you. And it's not that big of a deal to come meet you and have dinner with you, or buy a shirt from you, or love shirts. That's all him. Love, period. All day. It's reinvigorated me. It's reinforced me. It's helped me to see that there are people with some self-control. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe me or my show or my shirt off every morning sweating it to the oldies. No, no, no. I want you to believe it in you. I want you to see what you're like unemotional. I'm not like completely unemotional because we're human. Emotions make us human. It's the most human part of us. I'm saying in control of your emotions. That's right. Like if you're in control of your car, right? And you're in control of the gas, your job, most part, you're not in control of the environment. You're definitely not in control of the planets. You know what I mean? That's not for sure. You're not in control of that. But what you are in control over is your dreams and just how much effort you put towards those things, how much effort you put into concentrating on things and letting them become a reality. That is what you do have control over. So for here and now, for those that have coming from, can't see the private jets flying over you, coming from, not understanding and miscommunication, or coming from a bad childhood or bad experiences, or maybe you too need a psychologist, I'll recommend it to you. Not a fucking problem. I'll even send it in. My friend, I've been sending it to him, different little episodes of people that are, we're the same age and still having tough time controlling his temper. There are things around your neck that will squeeze the life out of you. Just like Minority Report. When the chips are down, you will fight back. How you fight is determined to you. So if you want to get nitty and the gritty, if you want to fight dirty, it'll be out there. But I'm sure we've all been in the dirt. Read the book, Motley Crue, The Dirt. Not one of us is getting out of this alive. Not one of us is getting out of this unscathed. And not one of us is getting out of this bruised. So, bruised fruits, bruised egos, bruised perspectives, bruised bodies sometimes. It's all experience. Chalk it up. It's coming. And it's a blessing. So I love my life! If I can scream as much as I can without waking up the baby next door. And I'm just grateful that this is my body now. And I'm out in the sunshine every morning. It feels good instead of waking up in a bed, counting the fucking ceiling and all the popcorn and fearing. And this whole place can burn down. They're fucking evicted me. They're impounding my car. They're firing me at my job. Girlfriend's leaving me. Girlfriend's not paying attention to me. Whatever that shit is, bro. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you again. That's my love right there. She has to sneeze, cough, and, be a part of the show, which is a part of my life, and that's what it comes with, It's like your cats. They're part of you in the morning, but you got to clean up their shit too, right? There's pluses and minuses everywhere, you guys. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. 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 I've been blowing my nose this whole morning. Where is your nose napkins? Did you know when the Japanese first came to the Western civilization that they brought actual tissue paper and people had never seen it in Western culture? They're over here with their nose running like they don't know what to do. And when they threw it on the ground, like my tissue's on the ground right now, the other people would run over and pick up the napkins. Oh my God, what is that? You know, so someone's trash is another man's treasure. It's all up to perspective. And if we want to get our minds right, we really want to get our lives right, yeah, and we really want to get our souls right, this is that opportunity. This quiet morning, nature candies, some positivity pebbles, some saints giving that light, saints brand, that happiness that this is my life, that I'm not in no rush. I looked in the morning, it was like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm up on time for a job, but I ain't got no boss, and I ain't got no alarm. I just got this life. I got this beautiful wife. I got this beautiful environment. I got this beautiful future, and I'm just grateful. I just hope I live to see it. That's it. You know, everything else is in between times. You can hash it up, but milestones, finish lines, magic. It's all within reach. You just gotta grab it. And that's what I do. With these fucking hands, man. What an experience. What a life. So as I watch my skin get old and wrinkly and less scarred, or still see the scars from before, it's been a hell of a journey, y'all. Sound, mind, body, and soul. It's been a hell of a journey, and I'm just grateful for it all. That's the truth of it. It's been a hell of a journey, and when you get some wheels, new tires, new brakes, new control over this thing called your life, it feels a lot more fun to drive it. And that's what I'm gonna do. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. Let's see, do we get to see any? There it is, there it is. That's the little Spirit Airlines barely making it through the sky.
Oh, for sure.
Can you hear it? And that's me saying goodbye. Chigathon. I'll see you on the other side of fear, other side of your excuses, other side of the world.